What is up, everybody, and welcome back. In my last video, I merely scratched the surface on the spawn system and the tips that I gave. So today I thought I'd go a little more in depth. Today I thought I'd go over the spawn systems a little better, and I'd make a series going over my tips that I use, and just go over that series and try to go a little more in depth with it so that you get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Here in these first couple clips, I actually looped this because I wasn't sure how long my beginning opening would take there. It's showing the spawn system and what I was telling you about, and how you could go into free roam with the camera view so that you could get a better grasp on the spawn system. Here in this clip, you'll see these guys die, and in the left-hand corner there, they spawn, and in this case, they actually spawn in threes. That's going back to where I was telling you about how the enemy usually spawns in pairs. As you can see there, they spawn in three. So people that are saying the spawn system is broken in Modern Warfare 3, I don't totally agree with you. I believe it's just, it takes a little bit of adapting to, and, if you actually set a little bit of time aside and you do what I was telling you, use the tip to go back in theater mode, you could be successful at the game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not the greatest gamer. I get outgunned a lot, but, these tips, I believe, would really help, benefit, your average gamer, and help step your game up anyways. So what you want to become familiar with when you play maps for the first time, or just in general, is you want to pay attention to the primary spawn points. I can't even give you a estimate on how many times the enemy is going to actually spawn in the primary spawn points, but those are the two primary spawn points. Therefore, you'll see a lot of spawning in them areas unless you for some reason are in that spawn point and forcing them to spawn in another location where, and by that I mean like if I was to be in their primary spawn and we had some of my guys in our primary spawn, then they would spawn from one of these secondary spawn locations. And another key thing to do is be aware of when you die where it is you respawn, because then where the enemy will be respawning also, at the same time if you're not in that location. So I was telling you to flash and stun around corners, and that would help tons, seeing that Scavenger doesn't replenish flashbangs and stun grenades. This would give you a heads up on if you're coming up to one of these primary or secondary spawn locations, when and where it would be best to use your stun or flash grenades in that case. Another key thing to judging the enemy's spawn location would be to pay close attention to your minimap, become real comfortable with it, and if you're gaming with a group of guys, you tend to know where they are on the map and how they play the game. So pay close attention to it, because if you know the location of you as well as your teammates, you can pretty much judge what spawn point they're going to be getting, or again, where you would need to throw flash or stun grenades around. And don't be afraid to hit the start button. If you're at a loss and you're not completely sure where your teammates are located, find yourself a little bit of cover, hit the start button real quick, which will then bring up the full view of the map, and will disclose your teammates' location as well as anybody on the enemy team who is shooting. It'll show the location of the red dot, so that's a great idea if you have a Predator missile that you haven't called in yet, or some type of air kill streak, like a stealth bomber, or I forget what the other one's called. Sorry about that. But anyways, if you haven't called it in, you died or whatever, and you're unsure where to do it, you could give it a second, wait till you see some shooting on the map, hit start real quick. You get the whereabouts of where the enemy's spawning more than likely, and you could call in your airstrike or your stealth bomber over that location, which should help you tons. Another suggestion I'd like to make to you that I didn't make in my last video is for those of you that don't know the maps real well, or having trouble adapting to the new maps, and you're serious about becoming a better gamer, when nobody's online, or just take some time out of your day or whatever to load up a private match, play a free-for-all by yourself, set the time to unlimited, walk around the map, become comfortable with it, pay attention to where you have nice long lines of sight if you're running an assault rifle, You know, it's a very enclosed map where it's going to be close quarter gunfights. You know, they let you know whether or not you need to run an SMG. I mean, that's like a big key to this, becoming very comfortable with the maps, and you know, knowing the spawn locations only get you so far if you don't know the ins and outs of the map, you know, and what flank routes to run in order to get the backside of them. You can only go so far. So yeah, I'm telling you, take a little bit of time out of your day, you know, play in a private match, set it to time unlimited, play by yourself, just have a walkthrough around the map. Because like on this map, there's a great spot where I died there. To get in that window, there's a ladder up that backside. I'm sure somebody else has posted a video about it, but I found it the day it came out and didn't think it was that great. But you know, somebody might find it useful. But there's a yellow ladder on that backside over there that you can actually jump on top and go in through that window. There's a couple other sneaky little spots on here, but showing jumps and spots is not really my thing. I did the one on Arcaden, but I know T Martin does that, and you know, nobody's going to really watch my video, so I'm not going to invest the time into it. I'm sure somebody else does, you know, useful hints and tips also, but I figured some of my viewers or subs might find this useful, so I thought I'd go ahead and put this together. Jumps and spots, not that really big of a deal. Most of them tend to be campy spots anyways, and I rarely play the game campy. I might camp a little bit if I'm getting my ass kicked in pretty good, and you know, I need to take a break so that I'm not raging, you know, and get a couple kills under my belt and get a flow for it. Sorry about my throat, by the way. I put a video up the other day, and I think I'm coming down with a cold. We've had some pretty cold weather here. I live in Illinois, and I think it's getting the better of me. So pardon all my clearing on my throat. Here in this clip, you can see my SAM turret over there shooting down their spy plane. Now that I've actually played on this map before, you know, and watched it from free roam, I know that this is a spawn location because this is where I featured the spawn location in the second clip of where I was talking about the spawns, and I know that's a secondary spawn location, and obviously the next time I play this map, I'll be sure not to put my SAM turret over there because they're going to spawn right on top of it and take it out. So, you know, that'll also help you. And another key thing to know in the spawn points is if you're going to call in a kill streak of some sort, where you're going to be away from, like, you know, your controller, where you can actually put up a fight with your gun, such as like that little recon helicopter or anything of that nature, your best bet would be to go lay in their spawn point, one of the primary spawn points, so you would force them not to spawn on you. Well, I think that's about all I really got for this part of the series. The next one I'll be going over guns and the appropriate way to run them, and what maps are suitable for what guns, and at least what I think suitable. You know, somebody might object with me. I hear a lot of people say the Type 95 is a beast, but anyways, I'll go ahead and wrap this commentary up. I hope you guys find this information useful and put it to good use. Like I said, that's all I got. This has been Too Cold and I'm out. Peace.